From the dawn of humanity, we've sought an edge in conflict. From the first sharpened stone to the precision of a modern rifle, the story of warfare is the story of technology. But some inventions don't just give an edge, they rewrite the entire rulebook. Today, we're diving deep into 3 military superweapons that didn't just win battles, they forever changed the face of modern warfare. Let's travel back to the early 20th century. Armies are massive, moving fortresses of infantry and cavalry. But imagine a weapon that could traverse the most brutal, shell-pocked landscapes. A steel behemoth impervious to machine gun fire, crushing obstacles and enemy morale alike. This was the tank. First appearing on the battlefields of the Somme in 1916, the British Mark I tank was a clumsy, unreliable beast. It was slow, prone to breaking down, and terrifying for its own crew. But it represented a monumental shift in thinking. For the first time, firepower, protection, and mobility were combined into a single, devastating package. The static, grinding horror of trench warfare suddenly had a counter. These early land ships were designed to break the stalemate. They could cross no man's land, roll over barbed wire, and flatten enemy trenches, all while providing cover for advancing infantry. While their initial impact was more psychological than tactical, the idea was revolutionary. Visionaries like Heinz Guderian in Germany saw the true potential. He didn't just see a support weapon, he saw the core of a new type of warfare, blitzkrieg or lightning war. Instead of slow, attritional battles, Guderian envisioned fast-moving, armored spearheads smashing through enemy lines, racing deep into their rear to encircle and annihilate entire armies. This doctrine, built around the tank, allowed Germany to conquer much of Europe in a matter of months at the start of World War II. The tank had transformed from a trench breaker into the king of the battlefield, a symbol of mechanized power that dominated land warfare for the next 50 years. From the T-34s on the Eastern Front to the M1 Abrams in the deserts of Iraq, the fundamental concept of the tank has defined ground combat ever since. It forced every army in the world to adapt or be left behind. Now, let's lift our eyes from the ground to the skies. For centuries, navies were the ultimate projection of a nation's power. Fleets of massive battleships, bristling with enormous guns, were the undisputed masters of the sea. An entire naval strategy was built around them. But on December 7, 1941, at a place called Pearl Harbor, that entire doctrine was sunk in just a few hours. The weapon that did it? The aircraft carrier. The idea of launching planes from ships wasn't new, but it was Japan that perfected the carrier as an offensive strike weapon. Instead of ships fighting ships with cannons over a few miles, the carrier could project power across hundreds of miles. It was a floating airbase that could appear over the horizon, launch a devastating wave of bombers and fighters, and disappear before the enemy even knew what hit them. The Battle of Midway, just 6 months after Pearl Harbor, cemented the carrier's supremacy. The entire battle was fought by pilots and planes, with the opposing fleets never even sighting one another. The age of the battleship was over, and the age of the carrier had begun. It completely changed naval warfare. Suddenly, the most important ship in the fleet wasn't the one with the biggest guns, but the one that carried the most planes. It extended a nation's reach across the globe, making it possible to strike targets anywhere, anytime. The aircraft carrier remains the centerpiece of every major navy today, a testament to its revolutionary impact on projecting power across the world's oceans, from land to sea, and now, to the weapon that changed humanity itself. Our final superweapon isn't just a tool of war. It's a force of nature unleashed. The atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, a single bomb, nicknamed Little Boy, was dropped on the city of Hiroshima. In an instant, it unleashed the energy of 15,000 tons of TNT, leveling the city and introducing the world to the terrifying power of nuclear fission. Before the atomic bomb, total war meant mobilizing entire nations, with millions of soldiers and civilians dedicated to the war effort for years on end. Victory was achieved through industrial might and sheer attrition. The atomic bomb changed that equation completely. Suddenly, a single weapon carried by a single plane could achieve a level of destruction that previously required thousands of bombers and months of conventional bombing raids. The development of nuclear weapons fundamentally altered global politics. It introduced the concept of mutually assured destruction, or MAD. The idea is simple and terrifying. If two nuclear-armed powers go to war, both will be annihilated. This paradox meant that direct conflict between superpowers, like the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War, became unthinkable. War was no longer a viable instrument of policy between them. Instead, it shifted to proxy wars, espionage, and a constant, nerve-wracking standoff. The atomic bomb didn't just change warfare, it changed the very meaning of power and survival on a planetary scale. It created a world where total war could mean total extinction. No other weapon in history has had such a profound and lasting impact on international relations and the human psyche. It's the ultimate superweapon, one so powerful that its primary purpose is to never be used. So there you have it. The tank, the aircraft carrier, and the atomic bomb. 3 technological leaps that didn't just change tactics, but redefined the very nature of conflict. They show us that the history of warfare is a constant cycle of innovation, where a single brilliant or terrifying idea can change the world forever. What do you think? Are there other weapons you believe had an even bigger impact? Let me know down in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through military history, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the technologies that shape our world. See you in the next one.